Good morning. Not sure where Shanta is, but hopefully she'll be here shortly. I left my phone upstairs, so I can't call her. And she's ignoring my messages on Facebook. There she is.
Sorry, I tried to call you.
My phone
Your
is upstairs.
sister texted me.
It's live. We're
I
live.
know. She's hiding in the bathroom at school and needs to be picked up. Because Abby, her best friend, has been exposed to COVID and is home sick today. And her brother is also home from school sick today. And the girl who was sitting behind her in chemistry class is hacking up a lung. That's what she said in her text. And she, without a mask on, and she just like freaked out and went to the bathroom. She's hiding in there. So I had to call the school so her dad could go pick her up.
Poor Ruby.
Yeah, she's like the only kid in her, like practically her whole school wearing a mask all day, and she's been vaccinated, so she's probably fine, but she's like freaking out.
No.
Poor baby. So anyway, that's why I'm late. Drama in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Wild weather in Philly last night, Abby says. Floods and tornadoes. Holy cow. Oh, Adrian saw there's like where we are in northwestern PA, there's like a little pocket that was not hit too hard.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. There was a message in the Slack yesterday that somebody was like, I hope all the Pennsylvania people are okay. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about because it is. There's no clouds. It's completely sunny.
Yeah, it's a nice day today and not too hot. It's a perfect
We did not get any
road trip for Indian food.
Yeah, we should.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up our timer.
This year is going to be interesting, Terry, for certain. Poor like she already has a pretty high anxiety threshold, like level, you know, that's just like her personality, and poor baby hiding in the bathroom. Oh. What's no libs? Nikki says she's a no libs. Okay, well, anywho, did you tell them that we're gonna need to push our
No, not yet. I just started it right before you got it.
So we have a work, what are we calling it? A challenge planned, and it was supposed to be next week, but Adrian is going to have to go to Nevada to help take care of her grandmother for a couple weeks, and she's traveling on that particular day of it starting, so we're pushing that back probably until she gets home, but it won't be pushed back too far though.
Mm-hmm.
But this Sunday is our all-day write-in, which I'm very super excited about.
I am 100% over family emergencies.
Right.
All this whole summer. But yeah.
All right, guys, it's almost time, so get your stories ready. I got over page 100 yesterday. That was pretty exciting. Good morning, everyone. I don't think I'm going to go through and I usually do like the romper room thing, but
all right.
It's late
10:05. Are we ready?
Morning, Lori Jo. Yes. Okay, I got to page 105. How'd you do?
I put together a blog post.
Good.
Mhm.
How'd everybody else do? What are you writing your blog post about today?
About choosing your colors for your brand board.
Crystal, good morning. She got 250.
Hmm. There we go.
There we go. Dana got 344. Joyce got 309.
Nice. They're dribbling in today.
They are. It is familiar, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry got 204. Eliza got 125. Good job, ladies. Lori Jo got 281, outlining the first chapter of the third section of her fantasy novel. Nice. Rick got 223. Oh. Oops. Teresa got 2 more pages edited. That's right. Plodding along is how you get this done, I'm telling you. Abby got 242 and Jamie got 174 and Terry got 290. The Story of the Clockmaker's Apprentice and the Birthday Clock. Nice. Priscilla got 90. Good job, ladies.
Nice.
Oh, Megan's writing the epic battle scene. 220. Sacred Relic murders her grandmother in front of her, now seeking revenge. Ooh. A sacred relic. I would think of a relic as like a non-animate object.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you think of a relic as a
like a thing, not a person or something that could murder someone.
But it in medieval times it was a person. Like
The relic was?
they would take like churches would do it. They like if a priest died or a king.
Yeah, a dead person, not a person who could murder someone.
Oh, yeah.
A no longer no longer living person.
Yeah.
Like a skull or a bone or something.
Turned into art.
Oh, there are a group of people who hate witchcraft. Oh, Deborah Edwards got 2 pages of edits done. Good job, Deborah. Karen reminds everyone about the thumbs up. Thank you, Karen. So helpful. Nancy says, thanks for keeping me company on today's sprint. Great start to today's poetry goal. Good. Don't forget on Friday, isn't it Friday that we have our poetry workshop or Saturday at 8
But
p.m.?
not this Saturday.
Not this Saturday, but most Saturdays you can go at
this
8
is our
on Saturday.
writing week.
This is our writing week.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Jo says you can use it as an insult too, like you're such a relic. Yeah, Rick, that's what I thought too, Rick. Like a bone of a saint or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting story Megan's writing. I can tell. Why am I so yummy? Oh my goodness.
No.
It's Ruby's fault. She missed her bus this morning. That's probably why she's already like set up to be anxious.
Poor Ruby.
I don't.
She said, well, I don't know if she should come with us to get Indian food.
I know. That's what I thought too. I was like, oh, she can come to Buffalo with us. And then I thought, no, better not. If she's been exposed.
Darn.
Are we talking about Layla today? We can.
Ooh.
Yes. I have read through the first, let me see what page I'm on. Are you reading it, Lori Jo? Who else is reading Layla? I am on page. It's not a very long book.
It's not.
An hour and 44 minutes left to read it.
That's
on
why I just kept with
14%.
it when I like but one of those books that I feel like I hated it until I loved it. And then I like really loved it when I finished it. When I got to that point, which is about a quarter of the way to the end. But I just kept with it because it was so short. I mean, it was not even 300 pages.
Yeah.
Read past
Yeah,
the chapter, Lori Jo.
I've read the
chapter kind of has like a you vibe and it's not you.
I think I'm in, let me see. Man, how do you see like what page you're on?
You should tap towards the bottom of the screen. Like at that.
Oh, I'm on page 39.
Yeah, you have to read.
What do you guys think so far? I think
like
she did a particularly good job in the beginning with the chemistry. And the part at the very beginning. So this is going to be spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you should probably go write some more. But the part in the beginning where he thinks that he takes an aspirin, but he's just like, I thought that was well written. It didn't make me like him very much because I thought, what an idiot. Like I started out thinking,
yeah,
what an idiot. It's Layla by Colleen Hoover. Let me get the link.
Yeah, I did not like the main character, and I feel like I'm still kind of iffy on about him even towards the end. But I think when I got to that point towards the end, I really felt like she did a really good job of convincing me by the time I was done reading it that he's supposed to be an idiot. Like he's supposed to be kind of this irredeemable character, you know?
There's the link. Well, that didn't work. There's the link.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's like super insta-lovey, like super insta-love.
It is, yeah. So that is, yeah. You just have to read past like the first couple chapters.
Well, no, I'm enjoying it, and I was compelled. Okay. Like I thought the writing.
I did. Oh my God. Yeah, I did not.
Super strong. I did think though that she did a good job of with the chemistry, and I particularly thought the part where the girl whose name is Layla, of course, her sister gives her some kind of a pill. That's what the main character whose thoughts we're in at the moment sees. And then Layla says, oh, he wants one too. And she gives one to him. And he just he just takes it without knowing what it is or anything. And then he thinks that he's gotten like ecstasy or something. And it turns out to just be an aspirin. But that she used that as a mechanism for like describing the intense chemistry between them. But as a result, like that intense of chemistry, like within seconds of meeting someone is, you know, you have to decide how much you're into insta-love. I mean, it's within like,
yeah, that is something that I will say that I kept thinking throughout the book was like, I feel like she could have get me because she needed to tell the story of how this couple fell in love in order to tell the rest of the story. But I felt like she did because I mean, well, she had to, I don't know, I think, yeah, she did because she did. You just have to read it to the end. But she did. And but I think
the reviews do make it look like a love triangle. And I think it is a love triangle, and that's a trope.
But it's not like an icky love triangle, like a weird like. Just have to trust me. But I promise. But it is it's something that I struggled with the insta love thing that I kept thinking was like that. I think that she could have had a little bit of like a time.
Lori Jo says the insta love seems to fit the personality of the characters, and I agree with that. And also, particularly the girl character, Layla, is very young. I don't know how old Leeds is, but she's only 22.
Yeah, I think, I kept thinking that she could have, because so you're probably getting to the point like in the next chapter or two where they get into like the actual, meat of the story.
I'm at the part where, like, they stayed at the hotel or the bed and breakfast for a couple extra days, and then they still didn't want to
Okay.
separate, so she went with him to
So right after
Nashville.
this part, I felt like this is where she could have done like a time jump, and so that it would have like gotten rid of the insta lovey feel, right? As you're going into like the rest of the, I don't know. But
But insta love is a trope, and
it is.
whether or not we in particular enjoy it, lots of people do. In fact, when
Mhm.
I'm on, I belong to some Facebook groups that are for like romance writers, like that are self-publishing and readers. They're like reader and writer groups, and there are people that are like, I want an insta love story. Which one should I read? Like, I see that all the
Mhm.
time. So there are people who just like that a lot. They like the idea of an instant connection, or the idea that a connection can be almost supernatural.
Mhm. Yeah, you just have to, Sherry. It is a love triangle, but it makes so much sense by the end.
It is interesting, though. I agree, Lori Joe, about reading something that you wouldn't normally read. I think that's a good thing about book clubs. But
Mhm.
also, I think it's this particular book club is going to be really good because we're going to be able to look at it. Like, we can look at it as a writer, even if
Mhm.
it's not our genre.
Mhm.
So, what this particular author, and I've never read anything by Colleen Hoover, but so this may be something she always does well, but for this particular book, one thing that she's does really well, is get to the emotional core of the character super fast.
Yeah. What is interesting to me is that I feel like she has, having read other books of hers, is she is pretty strict, like, she's pretty known in like the new adult romance world with her other
Oh,
books.
this reads new adult to me, although I
It
don't know how old
does.
the man is.
This is, I can't, as I'm gonna ruin it. You have to
Okay.
read a little further, but I don't know. It goes more into a thriller, so it pivots pretty far from what her normal, like, from the genre that her normal stories fall into. She usually tells pretty contemporary, like, realistic stories, and this one is definitely not.
Take care.
And so what that was interesting to me to view, I don't know, an author who like made a niche for themselves and then pivoted away from it, but still kind of did it in a way that like,
I
it
did
was
notice, though, her
interesting.
reviewers are
Oh yeah,
like,
they
they're
didn't
not
they,
happy.
but I don't know, because I read a lot of good reviews too that had kind of the same thing as I did. Like they didn't like it until they
Well,
loved.
I will say that she's setting this story up in the beginning here to be a romance. So if it's not a romance, then she's going to have that thing going on where you start
It
a
ends like a
contract with your
romance.
reader to tell one kind of story, and then it becomes a different kind.
I mean, I like reading romance, and I felt fulfilled as a romance reader. It has a pretty romancy ending to it, but um, I don't know. It was interesting to me though that she pivoted in her genres, and you don't even know that she pivoted. Like you wouldn't even know when you get the book, because like she didn't put like like talk about it in her blurb. Like she didn't talk about the aspect, the way in which she pivoted, which I can't say because it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a spoiler, but and you don't
Who's
really
reading it? Whoops.
find
I'm
out
curious what you guys think about the
until a
first
few
chapter.
chapters in.
Lori Jo says she doesn't like the characters, but she's going to read the review. She read the reviews and she'll keep reading. So Jamie and Lori
Hmm.
Jo read the first chapter. Sherry, I think.
Mm.
Oh no, she's going to start today. Okay, well we'll talk about it more tomorrow. I'm I'm curious to see where this goes. And do you know how old is it? Do you know by the end, like, is he the same age as her? Or is he quite a lot older?
I don't think that it really says, but I got the sense that he was about her same, like a similar
You think, because
age.
she's only 22 and he's been in like
I
he has a
didn't get
degree
the
and he's been in the band for a
I
long
didn't
time.
get the idea that he was any more than like early 30s, maybe.
Okay, that's quite a bit older than 22.
I don't know.
Well, it is.
Maybe. I mean, but she doesn't say, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think it is going to be, to Lori Jo, a unique story or unusual story.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I need to go see what's up with Ruby. She's having a panic attack about COVID.
Oh, geez.
Poor baby. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.